teacher Ren here. I would like to share something that I created for my fellow Social Foundations of Education class. I hope you like it. I thought fellow social foundations of education will look like this. But not until I discovered that every day from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday. Every lesson that I have learned Saturday after Saturday from my fellow Social Foundations of Education class is beneficial to me, not just as a teacher, but as a person as well. Among the many benefits that this class gives me, let me share three. First is my self-awareness has improved. Like, I can now understand myself better why I responded to a certain stimulus yesterday, why I act like that. The second is I can now better understand other people. Like, why are they like that? Why does this teacher keep on repeating the same teaching technique? And why are my learners like that? There's one situation that really tested my patience. One of my learners said something that I really dislike. If we are going to base things from my belief system, I totally dislike what he said. But thank God for this fellow Social Foundations of Education class. I was not able to, react violently, shall I say. And, I thank God because right now I can totally understand. I was able to interview the student and, yes, really understand now why he acts like that. But of course, I really had to correct him in a proper way, with my gracious, loving way as a teacher. And the third and final benefit that I get from this class is that it has opened my eyes to greater possibilities of what I can do as a teacher. I can do this and that despite the fact that I have varied learners. So thank you so much to my professor, Dr. Galion, and to my fellow learners, my beloved classmates who have been so generous in imparting their ideas, their brilliant ideas during our class. Every topic has caught my interest. Dr. Galion, our professor, shares worthwhile lessons in the class. And the cherry on top is Dr. Galion never missed any single Saturday that he would not ask everyone in the class about his or her opinions, ideas, and reflections about the certain topic that we talked for that specific Saturday. And with that, I believe that ideas were being collected and, we totally understand what's the topic all about. So thank you for that, sir. That's why it's not a piece of cake to answer the question because every topic has really caught my interest. But yet to answer that, let me choose the one that I chose as my topic to be reported. I began to understand what is humanism and it has really helped me to understand others better, to think about how self-righteous I am. So it has opened my eyes to self-reflect and to understand others, to consider others better than myself. So let me share something about it. For today's video, let me share something about humanism. For someone who believes in God, it's not easy to share stuff like this, about philosophy, humanism that has nothing to do about the supreme being. But as a teacher, I really believe the importance of studying this. While I outline my lessons, it's very important for me to think, to consider about the unique learners that I will be dealing with. I'm not an expert, I'm not a humanist, obviously, but I like some of their principles and perspectives in life. So I hope that while watching, while listening, as I discuss about humanism, I hope that this would somehow help you. And yes, thank you for watching. Why do you believe in your truth? You and I may or may not share the same beliefs in life. And obviously, we have encountered a lot of people who have different viewpoints. And yes, they have different principles. They follow philosophies in life that are different from ours. So, yeah, it's very important why we should study about some philosophies like humanism. Now, let me share something from Kurt Vonnegut. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his family name. He's the 1994 Humanist of the Year and past American Humanist Association honorary president. He said, I am a humanist, which means in part that I have tried to behave decently without rewards or punishment after I am dead. And this one from Gloria Steinem, the 2012 Humanist of the Year. When we speak of equality of women and men, of blacks and whites, of all the world's people, we are talking about humanism. So out from these two lines from humanist, we can actually have, a little understanding about this philosophy. But let's get to the origin of the word, the etymology of the word humanism. So we don't only focus on the definition or defining humanism, we will also be talking about the 7 principles, the 10 perspectives of humanism, the learning theory, and the humanistic approach in education. Now let's get to the origin of the word humanism so that we can actually look back to have a foundation of what does it mean. So humanism comes from the Latin word humanitas, which means humanity, human nature, kindness, culture, civilization, and the like. Among all the many definitions that one can get from YouTube or Google, from any reliable source, I have gathered these 2 definitions that for me personally would help someone who is studying about philosophy or about humanism. So humanism is a philosophical view informed by science, inspired by art, and motivated by compassion that affirms the dignity and ability of human to discover truths about the world. That's my sister singing. Okay, informed by science, inspired by art, and motivated by compassion. So this is actually a helpful illustration to somehow explains what is humanism. Another definition of it is humanism is an approach to life based on reason and our common humanity, recognizing that moral values are properly founded on human nature and experience alone. We have here the 7 principles that would somehow enlighten us better about humanism. It is ethical, it is rational, it supports democracy and human rights, obviously. And the 4th principle is that it insists that personal liberty must be combined with social responsibility. Next, humanism is a response to the widespread demand for an alternative to dogmatic religion. Next, it values artistic creativity and imagination. And the last one, the 7th one, humanism is a life stance aiming at a maximum possible fulfillment. Philo-Social Foundations of Education class has greatly affected me on the way I perceive things, on the way I understand others, especially my dear learners. From discovering the etymology of the word philosophy, that it has something to do about love and wisdom, down to learning its relevance to education, and in learning each philosophy, I can say that my way of understanding and dealing with my students have improved.